Well, really proud of our team. I think anytime you have a loss that disappoints us all, you got to, be man enough to look in the mirror and identify the problems and go about the week and trying to fix them. I thought we did a really good job of that, and we've worked on a lot of things that I thought were costly the last game, and we came out and played a much cleaner game. And wasn't the best start at the very beginning, but we got a big interception what helped us. We played hard for 4 quarters. So I'm really proud of our players and our coaches. I thought that this is a good football team we played, and we found a way to win in this fashion. And the last home game was a great way to go out, in conference play. So really proud of our team.
With the penalties play a lot cleaner in that aspect. I mean, how much of that was an emphasis during practice, and how, I guess, more disciplined you feel like the guys were in it?
Well, it was a huge emphasis, and whether it's discipline or whether it's just silliness, some of those penalties last week were just silly. As many offsides as we had, some pass interference calls that really hurt us because we were being too aggressive. Some hands to the face and face mask on sacks we had. They all seemed to pop up at the wrong time. So, we identified them all. We worked really hard on fixing those. For the most part, I thought we did a good job. And anytime you can play a clean game in that aspect, you'll give yourself a chance to win. So, we definitely improved in that area.
Jeff, your defense was dominant tonight. What did you see from them in practice this week, coming off of that loss to Stanford, coming into this game tonight?
Well, I like our defense. They play hard. It hasn't been perfect this year by any means. We've had some moments here and there that haven't been up to standard. But when we're in position and we're playing what we need to play and we're using our technique and we understand the concept of what we're doing, I think we're very effective. And without question, we did a much better job. I do think when you get a lead on a team and make them do things that they don't like to do, it'll help your defense look even better. So, of course, that happened as well, which was the case in quite a few games last year. We got a lead and really allowed our defense to tee off. And that's how football works. It's why you got to keep the game close. You got to make sure that you're in it, because if you get down a lot and you got to really change that game plan a little bit, other teams with good defenses can tee off.
Coach, with the changing landscape, with transfers and NIL and people talking about the playoff, how maybe the motivations to keep players in it, once you have difficult losses and the playoff is not necessarily on the table, do you find yourself having to find new or different motivations to get the team, ready to get out there and play?
Well, everybody wants to get the prize at the end, but in the end, it's just one team. So you have to realize you got to play for more than that. To us, it's about having your best performance every week. It's about stepping up to the plate and putting yourself out there every week, whether things are going good or bad, instead of giving in and letting up. It's about continue to do it even if you're not in the playoff consideration, but know that there's still a lot to play for. And that's what it's all about. I mean, this is a great game that teaches you a lot of lessons, but you want to challenge yourself to bring your best every week. That doesn't mean it's not going to happen, but you have to do it. And if you don't, you're selling yourself short. So as simple as that may sound, we're going to challenge our team and our players to play their very best every week. They should do the same thing. And you're guaranteed 12 regular season games, and we need to try to show up for 12 regular season games with our best effort.
Jeff, with Eli Holstein's injury status for this game kind of in flux and having to maybe prepare for Nate Jarnell as well, how much did that sort of preparation help you guys when Jarnell did have to come into the game?
Well, we prepare for both. I think they're both effective quarterbacks. Jarnell threw for 300-plus yards against Clemson last week. I think that our defense played well. We got some timely turnovers that helped us kind of get a lead. And once we got the lead, now it allows our defense to really play much better. And I think that's what happened today, and you saw that. And anytime you're behind, even if we're behind, it's tough. I mean, it's tough to find a way to come back when you got to pass the ball a lot more than you want and drop back, allow those D-lines to tee off. But our defense responded, and they did a really good job today.
Hey, Jeff, what do you feel like is the key to consistency for the defense this season? Like the times there were kind of the lows of it. What do you feel like is really been the major key to which way they help?
Well, I think a lot of things have happened this year that you try to prepare for as much as you can, but a couple of things pop up, and you're just like, my gosh, you thought you covered this, maybe you just didn't cover it enough. And yes, when you have some new players, you got to cover it even more. So I think it causes you to really lock in and focus and put the best plan together that these guys can execute. And sometimes that just means being simpler. Sometimes it means adjusting a few things. Sometimes it means making less corrections without a call just to try to get into the perfect thing versus a certain look and letting those guys play. So I just think we've worked through it all, but our guys have played hard. They practiced hard this week. This wasn't an easy week, but I didn't see any drop-off in our guys. I mean, it was no fun to deal with painful losses, but it's part of the game. It's going to happen every year, and how you respond is what matters. So I was really proud that we responded well.
Once the game was in hand, one of the bigger cheers of the night was when the Kentucky score was announced. How much does that game mean how you will look at this season, given the history and the recent history?
Well, it's a huge game, and I'm from here, so I understand it, and it means a lot to me. It'll mean a lot to our team. We haven't won this game in a long time now. Got to go on the road and find a way to do it. Kentucky plays a lot of really good teams every year, so they're battle tested, and we'll have our hands full. So, the weather will be cold. I'm sure it won't be conducive to just high flying, airing it out all over the place. You're going to have to, weather the conditions a little bit, but we're going to enjoy this. But understand that the biggest game we have on our schedule is coming up, and we got to treat it that way. And that doesn't mean we prepare really any different, other than we've got to be locked in, focused in, and understand. Just what I kind of said earlier, you got to challenge yourself to have your best performance. And this is going to be a really good team that's going to play to send us out on a bad note, and we've got to overcome that on the road and play good football. And I think that's part of the game is how can you get yourself ready every week? How can you get yourself ready after a hard loss? How can you get yourself ready after a good win? There's always pitfalls to both of those scenarios, and the fact that we're playing our rival, we should have a great week of practice.
Last one. Good luck.
It's just going off of that. You have Duke Watson who was able to kind of come in last week and then do some things today. How much have you seen his confidence grow over the past few weeks?
Well, Duke can be a special player. He's really quick. He's elusive. He's got so much room to grow into his body still and get stronger that I think will really help him. So I think he's got a chance to be a special player. To see Isaac come back after getting nicked up is not easy to do for a true freshman. So I was proud of him. I mean, shoot, when he's in there, I mean, he can make some electric runs. He's just so quick and fast. So both those guys together, if they continue to develop, I think can really help this football team. They're fun to coach because they just go to work. They don't complain. They don't need anything other than they just want to help the team win. So two great young men, and we're fortunate enough to have them both.
Last one.
Stan Quan been good all year, but that first interception tonight stops them after they cut out a good opening drive. Second one leads to the score. Just what did he bring you? What he brought you all season? What was his third night?
Well, Stan Quan, in our opinion, has the ability to be a really special player if he continues to just keep working and developing. He's got the size you want. He's got the speed. He has talent. He's got natural athleticism. He kind of suffered a hit to the head last week and was able to come back, and he made some great plays for us. And you just need those type of players on your team to step up when you need them. He definitely did today, and we're really proud of him. He works hard as well. He's a really good teammate. He does whatever you ask. So he is someone that I think can be a captain, a leader of this defense if he continues to develop. Okay, thanks, guys.